Three, two, one. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Paul Longino. I'm not the host, but the most. I'm the one that's a little wiser, the family's equalizer. Welcome to the vibe section. Let's vibe. What's up, peoples? What's up? Here today, we're going to talk about black parents. Do you pass or do you fail as a black parent? Now, the recent R. Kelly issues led us to a grown-up conversation. No, we're not here to bashing. That ain't what we're here for. We're here to look at and discuss and talk about the effects that this situation or these actions have on the black community. You know, it saddens us to know that this type of behavior is in the black community. And it saddens me to tell you that, unfortunately, it is people that glorify this type of behavior. It is. It's men out here that prey on women in that fashion. And it's saddening to say is that it's some women who agree to be in that situation. But let's talk about how it affects us, how they get there. The way it affects our community is it continue to put that negative light on the black man. That we are dogs, that black men are womenizers, that they are addicted to sex, and also, and most importantly, that the black man can't be trusted. Now, it continue to have this negative light as well on the black woman, because it shows that light as if the black woman is weak-minded, that she's seen as a sex object, and that she's easily manipulated. Those are negative effects that this is happening and shows on the black community from this behavior from a black man. And this is how it continues to affect our community. It also affects our community if you turn in a blind eye to this type of behavior. If you know your son is doing this type of behavior right now, you know this, your son is, you're aware that your son is holding this young lady against your will, manipulating her in the sense to where she's in that situation as R. Kelly. And you know this, and you have knowledge of this, and you still turn a blind eye, then you are guilty. You too, yourself, are guilty. If he is considered a pedophile, then you are too. If he's considered a child molester, then you are too. If you have knowledge of this situation, then you are too. You are guilty. If your daughter is in this situation and you know this, and you're aware that she's going through this, and you haven't seen her in months on end because she's not allowed to have contact with you, she's not allowed to leave the facility where she's at, and you're aware of this and you know this, then yes, you are guilty as well. I'm gonna say that you're guilty of being accessory to sex trafficking because you allow it to happen and you know about this. This is how it affects our black community. It's easy for us to turn a blind eye because of who's involved. Is it our children? That's what we have to look at. That's where our responsibilities come in at as a black parent. Are we raising R. Kellys? Are we protecting R. Kelly type behaviors? Are we allowing our daughters to be victims to this R. Kelly type of situation, to allow her to be in this? How do we fix it? First, we have to fix it. We got to start early. We have to start early. We got to be involved with our children's lives. And we got to be stern. We got to be upfront. We can't be afraid to address the elephant in the room, if you will. Are we talking to our sons and asking them and explaining to them how would they handle the situation if the woman wants to leave? Are we helping him understand that? Are we talking to our daughters to help her understand how would she handle if she was in a situation to where she was held against her will? Are we speaking on that? Those are the elephants in the room. We have to address that. We just can't talk about a job, or you need to find a man that wants to work. You got to think about the future. Are we explaining to our sons what intimate partner violence is, aka rape, physical assault? In some instances, it's called stalking. Are we talking to our sons about that as a black parent? Are we speaking to our daughters to tell them that they have a voice, they have an opinion? If they find themselves in that situation, they do have an opinion, they have a voice. Are you letting them know that? And like I said, the way we have to fix that is we have to continue. So we have to continue to be part of their life and not stopping once they turn 18 and say, oh, you're 18, you're grown now, you go ahead and do what you do. No, we got to stay continuous in that, because right now, if you go to a situation, if something goes wrong, you get in trouble, you need help, the first person you're going to call is your mom or your dad as a grown person, because they're still continuing your life. So we need to continue to stay in their life and continue to help with their future, guide them. I talked to 20 different women about this situation, and I asked them a question. And the question and I asked them, I said, would you tell your daughter to go find a husband or let her husband find her? And a lot of the answers and lean towards, go out there, find a husband, this, that, the other. Barry from Colorado responded that she will let her husband find her, because any man that's worth keeping is one that wants to be kept. So that means that instead of her going out here looking for a husband, she's getting herself together, preparing herself for a husband to find her. And that's how she chooses to raise her baby. Yolanda from Kansas, she said, it's possible for a single mom to raise a man child and teach him how to respect a woman without bashing the father. And that's how she decided to raise her son. See, being involved, being part of that future, staying part of that future, helps guide them. And during this conversation with these 20 women, I was also asked a question in return. Would I want my daughter to go out and find a husband, or would I want her husband to find her? I replied, I would want my daughter to have her husband find her, because if she goes out here looking for every Tom, Dick, and Harry, trying to find a husband, and they don't be successful, the results of that can end up with diseases, unwanted communication, such as stalkers. She ran into a beater or a cheater. In worst case scenario, unplanned children. For her going out here trying to find a husband instead of getting herself together and letting the husband find her, because when he arrived, he's already wanting to be a husband. And it can be done. For example, my nephew CJ, him and his wife, they met at 14 and 15 years old. They got married at 27 and 28. They was together for 13 years. Because Yolanda Yvette out of Kansas decided to tell her son and stay into his future and teach him how to respect a woman, even if a man wasn't around. And so because of that, he met his wife at 14 and 15 years old. So I asked the question, as black parents, do we pass or do we fail? Are we raising R. Kellys? Or are we protecting R. Kelly type of behaviors? Are we allowing our daughters become victims and go through R. Kelly type of situations? Are we continue to help them guide and build their future to be a good husband and be a good wife? My challenge to you black parents, look at your kids' lives and ask yourself, do you pass or fail as a black parent? Or are you passing or failing as a black parent? It's just my opinion. A lot of us have them. But as black parents, know that the behaviors of other people, other black people, do have effect on our community and us in the future. And if we want our children to have a future and not go through these type of situations and be in these situations or be creators of these type of situations, we got to quit being scared to take the responsibility to help guide in their future as black parents. Vibe session for the day. That's how we do it. And so now the part come when we take a cheer. For all those that got a little drink, do a little drink. Got a little smoke, a little smoke. It's okay. Where I'm from is legal. Right, today we're going to do some little slump berry, some of this old skunk berry, pre-roll, medical. While we get into the artists of the week, J.K. the Samurai. That's J.K. the Samurai. Samurai. J.K. the Samurai. And it's Love High Freestyle. Artist of the week. Vibe session.